Hey, welcome to the Chronicle YouTube channel. I am Busta Brown, your host, and I am here with the very, brilliant Dr. Fraser.
Thank you.
I mean, you're brilliant.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
My pleasure.
And it's an honor. I sat there and listened to your talk, and I was blown away by everything you said. And let's jump into something real quick, because I know we don't have much time, about 2053, that there's a study that showed that black folk will be in slavery by 2053.
No, there's a study by the Institute of Policy Studies. It was published in a major article in Fortune magazine last year, and said that in 2053, if nothing changes, black median wealth will be zero. Hispanics will follow 20 years later, and white median wealth will be $257,400.
Right.
So, in other words, we will have no money by 2053 if nothing changes. If our behavior doesn't change, if how we manage our money, what we know about money, our literacy about money, if we're not doing things to close the income and wealth gap, that we essentially will be out of money, black people in America, by 2053.
Right.
That means that we will work our way into a second slavery. Because you are enslaved in this country. This is a market-based economy, democratic capitalist society. If you have no money in a market-based economy, democratic capitalist society, you are basically enslaved. So we now have a choice. Now, when Kanye said that slavery was a choice of black people, Kanye was wrong and was severely criticized. By 2053, if nothing changes, our children will be asking, our children's children will be asking the question of our generation, did we choose this? Because we now have a choice. Either we do something about the state of our financial literacy and economic development and wealth creation, or we don't do something. We just keep doing the same old crap that we've been doing, right? And then we will have no money by 2053. So that's a choice. Will we have chosen this?
Yeah, because right now, like you said, we have that.
We have a choice. We have time.
And we're just sitting there.
And we're sitting.
I like your frog analogy.
Yeah.
You put a frog in hot water, if it's boiling, he jumps out immediately. Cold water, he chills. But if you just keep it warm, and he gets comfortable where he is.
That's right. And then you
where we are.
Right. Increase it incrementally. Right. He will sit there until he's boiled.
Let me mention this real quick and see your thoughts on this. It's kind of like that frog thing. Charles Manson said that the reason he started that race war because he knew that black folk would win this race war. He said that he and his people would lay low and wait on us to take over. And he said that because we're not used to being organized, they would rise and scratch our itch. What do you think he meant by that? And scratch
I think he meant what he said. I think he really believed it.
He did.
He was sort of wacky.
Right. But that was very profound.
I think he believed that.
Right.
And I think there's some element of that is true. Right? So unless we fix that, I mean, it's being said to us many different ways. It was said to us in a 1965 report. Right? So we have to listen. And then we make this choice.
What's going to make us listen, Dr. Fraser? I mean, because we have money, not power. We don't seem to have any power. We have lots of money. What's going to get us to listen?
You will never change that which you tolerate, and you will only change when you get angry. People will not change when they see the light. People will change when they feel the heat. So the more heat that we feel, right? See, you change your shoes when your feet hurt, right? So until we have to scare our people. We have to frighten them, right? Into action. We have to make them angry. I mean, what you saw in this presentation this afternoon was one of anger. I was really purposely trying to make black people angry.
You're frustrated.
Right. Frustrated and angry.
I mean, 10 hours of TV a day. You sleep 8 hours.
Right.
Now, 10 hours, that's 18 hours out of the 24.
Right.
And you saying that black people watch 10 hours of TV and we're learning nothing.
Right.
What's going to change? I mean, this has got to change. You were a kid, grew up in a very tough situation. Your mom fell mentally ill. Dad, taxi driver, couldn't raise 11 kids on a taxi driver's salary. Your guidance counselor, this is not funny, told you to just drop out of school.
Yeah, you shouldn't be here.
And nobody believed that you were college ready.
Right.
We were where you were. A lot of us are there today.
Sure.
What helped Dr. Fraser come out of that? You have 3 doctorates.
Yeah.
And just a high school diploma is all you had, and you have 3 doctorates.
Well,
share it with us.
Yeah, it's simple. I was hungry.
Right. Okay.
Right. I had nothing. I was hungry. I had some help, the right help. I had the right circle, small number of people, the right circle of people around me. So I was hungry, I was angry, and I was determined to prove the naysayers in my life as liars. Right? I never said that to them. I said that to me. Oh, you don't think I can do this? Watch this. Right? Now I knew that there would be a number of steps that I would have to take in order to do that. I would have to chart a course, I would have to stay that course, and then I understood very early in life that all that is due would come to me. Right? You can't have what I have. I can't have what you have. What is for you is for you. This is biblical. So that is what helped me.
What drove you, right? Then do you believe that if, because everybody say, everything you go through is working in your favor.
Yeah.
Right. What you've been through a lot as a young age. Do you think if you had not gone through that, you would not be the Dr. Fraser today?
That's right.
Or that was destined regardless?
No, Marcus Aurelius said it best. He said, what stands in the way becomes the way. The impediment to action advances the action.
Right.
Said another way, the obstacle is the way. Where there is no obstacle, there is no way.
Right.
When God gives you an assignment, the next thing he does is put an obstacle in the way. Your job is to find a way over, around, and through it. When you do it, you check off the box, you get an attaboy, then you get a new assignment, and then what's the next thing he does? He puts an obstacle in your way. The obstacle is the way. Look at your entire life. Everything you have to do, you've had to overcome an obstacle. Right. So I've always looked at obstacles are not bad. Obstacles are something I have to learn. Right? That's what it is. That's all it is.
And I did come up in a rough neighborhood, but I did pretty good for myself. I became a legendary radio DJ.
Yeah.
I did TV. Did pretty good for myself. And I credit that to not wanting to be where I was as a kid. Right. Roaches, rats, all that stuff.
Yeah,
drugs and all that.
I've got to catch a plane.
But yes, let me just say this as I wrap up. Last question, that if God gave you the choice to have the ideal family that I'm sure every kid wants, and you can go back and God said your mom could be, your dad would be able to provide for you, but you wouldn't have those riches and what you are today, would you trade what you are today for that healthy family life?
No. I would not change one thing in my life. If I change just one thing, you and I would not be happy.
We had this conversation.
Everything happens for a reason.
So you feel that was
Absolutely.
destined?
That was destined. That was my path. I had to go down that path to be who I am today. I would not change one thing.
How do we get your books? Who would have thunk it? Because who would have thunk
you
it?
go on Amazon. All my books are on Amazon.
Amazon.
Success Runs in Our Race. Come to the Power Networking Conference in June 26th through 29th in Houston, Texas. You want to know more about it? Just go to powernetworkingconference.com, powernetworkingconference.com, and join me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram.
You got Dr. Fraser.
I love you, man.
Appreciate you. Love you
Keep
too.
doing God's work.
You stay good.
All right.
All right.